My.
See, I told you to not jump because it was very loud. It is 12 o'clock. We have another community chat going on. Welcome. I'm Lori Yoakum. I'm the director here at Wilson Public Library. So glad we have members of Paw Prints of Dawson County with us today. And ladies, if you'd like to introduce yourselves and we're going to start chatting about animals, I think, and your organization.
Okay, I'm Rosalie Mayfield, and I'm the president and founder. I'm Deb Leahy, vice president.
I'm Alex, and I am the secretary of Paw Prints and founder of the Spur CATR, CATR, which stands for Catch, Alter, Treat, Release, where we focus on feral cats, unclaimed cats.
Awesome. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but we're going to start with Paw Prints and what that organization is about. Rosalie, you're the founder. I don't know if you want to start or Deb wants to start.
Well, 10 years ago, so I must have been living here for maybe a year and a half by then, but there's little kittens on the front porch with just snotty noses. And I took them to the vet and spent a lot of money.
I'm going to guess they weren't yours today.
No. A lot of money trying to nurse those babies back to health. And I said to my sister, we have got to do something about the feral cats in Cozad because I cannot afford this. So I got a hold of
someone.
Let me think. I'm thinking of Joe Maber
Yeah.
in North Platte, and asked her, would she please come and help us get this straightened out? And she gave me an excuse, and then I called her back, and she gave me another excuse, and the third time, she said, well, I guess you're serious, aren't you? I said, yeah, I'm really serious. So where did I put a note? On Facebook? I put a note somewhere, but we had a really good turnout for the organization and to find out just exactly how do you do this and what do you do. And then I went to see all the vets in Dawson County and asked them if we could get a discounted rate for spaying and neutering. All of the vets in Dawson County, except for the ones in Lexington, or the one, I guess, south of Lexington. Yeah. Everybody was excited about the program. So that was a big help. Then we had a spaghetti dinner and raised a lot of money, which was absolutely needed because we couldn't approve a animal to be altered with no money in the bank.
So is that the mission of Paw Prints of Dawson County is to make sure animals are spayed and neutered?
Yes.
Is this really focused on feral animals are spayed and neutered?
Well, that was my idea, but the vets all gave us really good deals on altering, but it still really wasn't enough to go and, do a trapping like Alex does. She's got prices that you can do that and it'll be okay. But, they were a little more than we could do on a big group.
So I know Deb is a really big animal supporter. From your time on council, I remember that you were always adamant about when it's hot, like today, making sure that your animals have your outside animals.
Well, and people use the excuse that it's not their pet.
Yeah.
They're not going to worry about it. They turn their head the other direction. We get so many excuses why people do not get involved. They don't want to make their neighbor mad. Well, if your neighbor's making you mad because they're not taking care of their pet, maybe it doesn't matter if they get mad at you. We are the things that I care about the most in this world are the things that cannot talk. They cannot tell you no one is feeding me. They cannot tell you no one is watering me. I don't want to have any more babies. They can't tell us that. But our community, as far as our whole world in which everyone knows, everybody sees on television, the place is begging for money to help them with all the stray animals, with all the dogs in the little cages and the cats with gooby eyes and all of this. We see it constantly. But what do we do about it? Well, you've got to have a few people that go, I am sick of seeing this. I can't sleep at night. There's dogs out there crying. It's below zero. They don't even have a dog house. How can I sleep in my warm house when things are out there suffering? I can't do that. And so I have to get around people that have the passion I have. I don't have a lot of friends out in this world. I hang with the people that can help me do what I feel I am here for.
So so your focus is not only feral then, it's just
Family
animals that aren't being
Taken care of. And that is also, we help people that are poor. They want to have a dog. They take care of their dog.
Tell me more about that.
They take care of their dog. They take care of their cat, but they don't have enough money to get them fixed. So we have a deal that they can sign up to get help with getting their animal fixed, whether it be.
How do they go about doing that?
We have a number on our site, also on the papers we spread around town, or mainly on our site
So
because
do you have a website or like
Yes,
on your
it's-
Facebook site?
that's what it's called, a website. It's a web,
Okay, it's a
it's-
website. What's the address of the website? Do you know?
On Facebook, it's Paw Prints in Dawson County. It's
In
not
Dawson County,
yeah.
that's the Facebook
Yeah.
one.
And the phone number is 308-325-9680. And you just call that
yeah, we got
number
it all on here.
and leave a message. And my sister does all the spaying and neutering approvals for families and
Yeah.
whatnot. So she works crazy late hours. So you have to wait for her to get home. Generally, she'll call you on a Sunday. And if something happens and the phone messes up, then she doesn't get, you might have to call back. But she will call you and, then that's when you discuss exactly what does the animal need? How much money can the owners afford to contribute? Because I believe that is their animal and they should have responsibility in it. But I also know that it's too doggone expensive. You can't, yeah, anyway, so that's when we're here to help. We get a lot of calls, can you help with this medical expense because my dog broke its leg or, so on and so forth. And depending on the circumstances, sometimes we can help.
But your focus is more on.
All three.
All three.
Yeah.
Do you, and you all can ask questions at any time too. Do you, help with food? I've seen like pet food. at
I
the
was
food
gonna
pantry.
bring that up. Years ago, when I still had doggy styles, in which I know some of you know that I was a pet groomer and I had it for about 15 years. Well, when I started, I knew that so many people that came to me even to get their dog groomed didn't have a lot of money, but they had 4 or 5 dogs. But they had a good heart. So I went down to the food pantry, and at that time, Ted Thomas had it. And I talked to Ted and said, would you guys possibly give out dog food and cat food with the food that you give out? And Ted said, I don't think that'll ever work, Deb. And I don't know if they'll let us have pet food beside the people food. Why not? It's in a bag. It's not gonna touch it. Why?
Well, 9 times out of 10, if people are hungry, so are their pets.
Exactly. So Ted finally agreed to doing it. And I started keeping it supplied with dog food and cat food. Then we all, with Paw Prints, wanted to keep that going. And so now we have people donate food, Tractor Supply.
Oh, God bless them.
You guys got to know how giving they are out there, and they call us and they have food, and Pat and I run out there first thing and get it and take it to the food pantry, or we'll take it to our house, store it until the food pantry needs it. So it is a very big thing. I figure that most people that have 4 or 5 animals are probably having trouble feeding them. But I won't do it with everybody, because there's people that don't deserve to get it. They won't even get their animals fixed, and we help them get them fixed. So if people are trying, they're taking care of their pets and they need help, I'm all for it.
Do you have any statistics, or does the food pantry have any statistics for how much food goes?
No, I don't. And we have got pallets of food in before. Where did that, Omaha
The
or?
last one, last one came from North Platte, but, the one before that was
It's somewhere
a lot.
east.
But it goes
Yeah.
out.
Yes.
So it does.
Oh, yes. It was wonderful how much we got, but it's surprising. I worry more in the winter because they've got to have food to stay warm. I want them fed all the time, but I hate to think of an animal being cold and hungry. And so we give it all the time, but I really am good at it in the winter because I don't want things to be hungry.
And I also know that, and it's not just dogs and cats. I know that you guys build bird feeders up at the nursing home.
Yes.
And it keeps the birds
All of
there that entertain
and
the,
all of the, like at Meadowlark and at,
Emerald.
I know they do it at Emerald.
Yeah.
Do you at Middle
Yeah.
Rock too?
Yeah,
Okay.
we
People
spend,
need to know that.
we go up to the nursing home a lot, Pat and I do, and we do bingo for them and different things, because we feel they're kind of lost souls up there. And a lot of what they can do while they're there is look out the window and watch the birds. So Pat wants to make sure that every room that wants it has a bird feeder there, so they can lay in their bed and watch the birds out there feeding. They love it. It is, thank you for bringing that up, Nancy. That is so
It's important.
important to them. And we do that, and Tractor Supply, the thrift store of Cozad, because Pat and I volunteer there, donated money to us being able to get bird seed to take up there to, so that the people could have the feeders there to watch the birds. Yeah.
so neutering, spaying, feeding.
Food.
And then the birds.
And
too.
we've helped with horses.
Yeah,
We've helped with horses
it doesn't
before.
necessarily have to be a dog or a cat, somebody had a rabbit that they wanted altered, bring it on down, just.
What, something in need, it's
Yeah.
like,
Well, my question is, how can people help? And you said they can contact you via the site, but do you have regular meetings? I mean, are
Yes.
you looking for new members?
Always,
always.
because we're getting old.
It's not as easy for us to do it as it used to be, and to set up meetings and carry 50-pound bags of dog food, and we can't do it like we did when we started all of
How
this,
often do you meet?
Do
How
what?
often do you meet?
Well, I would like us to meet more than we do. It's every 2 or 3 months.
No, we've been meeting.
Well, more lately.
Yeah,
More lately. I feel just like I did with council, you need to meet once a month, whether you do anything or not, just so everybody stays on board, they know what's going on, and that's just my feelings on it.
How many members do you have right now?
There's what, 7 of us?
that's, look.
And are they all from Cozad, or do you
Yeah.
have people from
No,
Lexington?
we have
or
one from Lexington, Brenda.
Oh, yeah, 2 from Lexington. Isn't, Trinity from Lexington?
No, she's from here.
Oh, okay.
Her husband works for the city.
They also look for like dog houses, and
Yeah.
when the city does citywide cleanup, I know Deb would always talk to the street
The
guys and
guys.
say, if you run into a doghouse or whatever, call me and we'll come get it.
They would drop them at our house, yeah.
And I went to a yard sale.
Yep.
This spring, and I happened to see a pet carrier and it had the dishes and everything in it. And so I bought it, sent Deb a message, put it on her front step, and, so it's little things like that, if we're driving by somewhere and we see something like that.
So
Yeah.
people
use them.
are on the lookout.
Yeah. At dog houses, Pat used to fix them up. We'd work out there on evenings and fix up the dog houses, and then we'd hear of people had let us know dogs that didn't have houses. And
Do you guys ever work with like the Boy Scouts? I know they're always like doing badges and stuff. for-
no, I never have.
So-
Now, we worked with the Girl Scouts. They've helped us at some of our feeds and carry trays and help people get food but I like that. It's like talking to those little kids. I want the young people to know that there's a need for these things. And a lot of the time, if you talk to their parents don't talk to the kids about it. And the kids never know that there's a need for it.
Or I was even thinking the school.
Yes.
With the
Rosalie and I have gone to the school. Yeah.
We're gonna shift gears a little bit, give Alex a chance.
Yeah.
So if people watching have followed, city council meetings the last couple of months, you might recognize Alex from those meetings. Can you tell us a little bit about your involvement with Paw Prints?
Sure.
And kind of your pet project, no pun intended?
I believe 4 years ago, I joined Paw Prints, and my goal was to get the feral cats done.
Because we have quite a few over in our
There's-
little neck of the woods.
There's plenty to choose from. And there just happened to be so many that it was racking up such a bill that it was hard for us to support it on a budget. So I started doing, if somebody has a cat that they don't claim as their pet, they'd like to see it fixed, so I'd say, okay, I'll take it in for a $50 donation. And so we kind of made the catter to better keep the feral cat money here, so it's not taking from the dog fund all the time and stuff. And I just began my cat cleanup project. I had the first round in July. I caught 36 cats, I believe all but 9 returned. The other 9 were adopted. And then on Monday, I finished round 2 and I caught 37 animals, and again, 9 were adopted.
Yeah, and that's great. And I know that we talked after a council meeting, and I said, I'm not, when I asked, do you bring them back? It's like, no, I like the cats. I just didn't know if you're not gonna bring them back, then I need some of my staff to say goodbye to them because they pet them all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But you do bring them back. So that's something for the community to know, is that they are feral cats, but you just have them neutered and they do come back.
Right.
And you can say was it the one story about you said 16 cats came back and then the gentleman was upset that 16.
Yeah.
Do I have the number right?
Yes.
I do. But 5 of them were gone, so there were fewer cats that came back and they were fixed.
Yeah. And the reason why we return them is because when you put this cat that's already made it their territory, when you take that cat out, a new cat will just move in right away. They'll say, hey, an open bed, that's great. But then when you put it back, they kind of hold that territory so no new ones move in. They just keep pushing
But
along.
they are territorial, so if you move them out, do they try to come back?
They do.
Yeah, so I mean, it's better for them to come back.
Yes. The ones that get adopted are taken to PetSmart, and they're
In Kearney?
I
Or
believe in Omaha.
You know, because you're having them neutered down in Beatrice,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah, so they are literally the kitties in the window that people go shopping
And so
for.
when you're saying you catch them, you also take them down to Beatrice.
Yes.
So it's not Beatrice coming here, it's you.
Yes.
So does Paw Prints pay you to take them down there, or?
Paw Prints is a sponsor that donates $100 a month. I am able to use the nonprofit status that they have to get the rate of $40 per animal to get them altered, because that's only available for nonprofits.
Okay. I know last year, Deb, you were at Give Big Cozad, which
Yes.
is coming up again.
It's,
here in November.
I got Give Big Lots and Give Big Cozad papers right here.
So one, do you want to tell everybody here, because they might not know what Give Big Cozad is, and two, what is your goal, financial goal, and three, what do you want to do with that money if you get it?
Spend it on the animals.
Yeah, start with Give Big Cozad.
Okay, Give Big Cozad, I don't know if you all know, it's a day of giving, and you call in donations, or you go to the Elks Club is where they always have it set up. And during the day, it kind of reminds me of the old, what did you call them that they used to have, Jerry Lewis and them to raise
Oh, it's a
money.
marathon.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And it kind of reminds me of that, because we can set up a table in there. We have our stuff on the table. People can come in, talk to us, find out what we do, about food, spay and neuter, cats, whatever. They can come to our table, talk to us. And then if they feel that we're a worthy thing for them, they will make a donation, and that goes to Paw Prints on that day. And they have different things going on through the day. If you've got the most donations in an hour, maybe the group you'll get an extra $50 or an extra $100. They throw in different things through the day. So you're always competing against the other groups that are there, trying to get a little bit more money. I put down 3,000 for this year.
So that's your group's goal
Yes.
for this year?
And because honestly, we've never had a real good turnout with
So
Cozad.
what would $3,000 do for your organization?
Oh my God. It'd be like heaven.
How long would it last?
Well, it's hard to say.
A year.
When we, because,
I don't think, no.
You don't think it would last a year?
no,
No.
oh, no, heck, no.
It depends on all the calls we're getting as far as people that are needing animals taken care of.
Because, we do Give Big Lex and Give Big Cozad every year, and that's where we get most of our money, and it lasts us almost a year.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
towards the end, we really have to watch our P's and Q's, because there's no money.
So we try to have fun, different little things. Sell baked goods or, whatever.
Do you do your spaghetti feed every year? You said something.
Well, now, instead of it being a spaghetti feed, we do a roast beef dinner at the Grand Generation Center. And it has gone over so good. It's such a good meal, and it's all donation. You can come in there and eat for nothing if you're a tightwad,
Then we'll remember you.
Yeah, then we'll remember you. Don't fill that plate up. But anyway, no, those events are so important to our group. That's what keep us going. And we can't thank the people. We have got people that have followed us since we started. And
How many followers do you have on Facebook? Do you know?
No. But I mean, as far as they come to our events, whatever we have. Then in the fall coming up, we'll have a soup deal at Lexington. We have it at the fairground. And so we do have events there's always a lot of, what are the baskets called? Silent auction, a lot of silent auction items and that type of stuff.
Okay, so as you were saying, Lexington, the bulk of the animals that you help, are they evenly distributed through Dawson County, or is it primarily Cozad?
Cozad, I would say Cozad and Lex.
Yeah, it depends on where the people call from.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll do any, but they have to
in
bring him,
Dawson
they
County.
have to bring him to the vets that
That
work
we
with
work
us.
with.
Yeah, yeah, but Eustis, or no, Farnham, which one is it? Farnham, that's, it's in Dawson County.
Yeah, does Gothenburg work with?
Gothenburg, yeah. Yeah, and
Gothenburg, we don't get so many calls from,
No,
like we
but we
do
have-
Lexington and Cozad,
Yeah, we work with, the Gothenburg vets.
east side.
Yeah, East Sides, and Dr. Pieper in Farnham, he's an angel.
Oh, he
Oh
is.
my gosh, he's the best. But, wherever you call from, as long as you're in Dawson County, we'll help.
We've been in on rescues
Oh,
and
boy.
it's,
Tell me a little bit about rescues.
we got a call from out south of town and the police called. Mark Montgomery called me and said, Deb, I need you to come out to this place, get a hold of the gals from Paw Prints, and we need you to come out to this place. And they've got a bunch of, they were supposed to be Pomeranian. I think some of them were mixed, but Pomeranians. And he said, they are living in unreal. And so we headed out there, got alongside of the house, and there was probably 7, 8 of them were jumping on a fence in a muddy pen. There was one laying there on the ground. I thought it was dead. I said, let me get in there to get the one on the ground. And I got in there and got him, and he wasn't dead, but he could barely move. And so I held him on my lap and we ran him to the vet clinic and then went back. We got the dogs that were outside. We went into the inside of the house and there were 2 in there, 2 females. And trying to catch them, that house was, I can't even explain how filthy it was. I've never seen a house like that. I went into the bedroom to try to catch the dog. I had to stand on the mattress and the mattress was coming up off the bed and the dog was running over it. When I stepped back down off of it, I heard a whimper. Thought, what the hell, I looked down and there's little puppies, little tiny babies, about this big, were on the floor. They had covers and stuff over them because there were clothes all over the floor.
The mattress laying crooked.
Yeah, and the mama was trying to get away from me, but she wouldn't leave that room because her babies were in there. So I finally caught her and she still hates me. The dog, doesn't she?
None of the cats like me.
Pass that down. That was the mama. And
The little red one.
she has the mama. And I go to her house and that dog barks at me,
Tries to eat her ankles.
tries to eat
To
my
this
feet.
day?
Yeah.
To this day.
So is that, I can tell you're emotional, I can tell it really,
It just,
is that
well,
the worst
it's horrible.
rescue you've ever been to?
no.
No. Oh my goodness.
Then we went to one not very long ago with some English bulldogs
She's gonna cry on this one.
that they were maybe this wide. They were so thin.
You can see
And-
their whole skeletal frame.
And the
That's terrible.
neighbors, if it hadn't been for the neighbors, hearing those dogs crying because they were so hungry, and the guy would have them fight in his backyard.
Was that here in Cosa?
Yeah. And it was behind a privacy fence, so nobody knew what was going on. But the gal that lived next door heard them crying. And we went there. We took the police with us. We went there. And they had to surrender the dogs. We took them and they ended up going to a rescue in, what's the name of it?
Bacon.
Bacon
Yeah.
Rescue. That's Bikers Against Cruelty.
To animals,
Yeah,
or something like that.
but it's Bacon is the name of it, and it's bikers that run it.
Cruelty and neglect.
Yeah, cruelty and neglect, maybe.
What we're speaking out of, I've never heard of that before.
Uh-huh.
I've never heard of that before.
It's
Where
in
are they at?
Nebraska, yeah. It's a little town east and south. But anyway, he took those dogs and you should see them now. They are happy, they got homes, and it just turned out. But the worst thing of all that I can't understand from people, I can see that people get a dog and it's not what they wanted. Why don't you take it somewhere? Why would you let it just starve in your backyard? That's the part that I don't understand. If you ask someone, I don't want this dog, can you help me find it a home? I get so frustrated with people because I don't understand what they're thinking. And those two are the big ones. There's been a dog here, a dog there, cats all the time.
It kind of goes hand in hand with the animal shelters and how capacity they are. And that was something I was kind of kicking around, the idea of perhaps putting together a 5 or 10 year plan to get an animal shelter here in Cozad.
Oh, wow.
And I know it's something we really need, and the mayor has told me he would love to have one. The developers, on the other hand, say that it's something that doesn't make money.
Right.
That people, they say, why should I move to Cozad? What's in Cozad? They say there's restaurants, there's movies, there's parks, but that nobody cares if there's an animal shelter or not. But you don't care until you need one and are desperate. So that'll be a plan.
So is that something you guys are talking about that
Well, I even kicked that around for quite a few years. It's expensive. You've got to have donors,
It's
you
like
know.
trying to swim up a waterfall.
Yeah, it's like you've got to have a building, you've got to have volunteers you can trust to go in there and take care of the animals. You've got to clean pens. Who wants to clean up crap all day, you know? So you've got to have dedicated people beside you if you're going to do something like that. And my problem was, and you also need to get donated land, an area of land.
I think what Alex said was great, that you have to have a plan.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
And go forward. Because
Yeah.
If
And-
you don't, it's.
Oh, there's so much into it that to get it to work.
Right.
Yeah. But she's
Well,
still young.
Okay, yeah, so speaking
Yeah.
of that, what we haven't talked about is Paul Prince trying to work on a dog park in Cozad. Who wants to tell us about that? Or where you are, is it a go?
Well, it's another thing. I thought somebody was saying something. It's another thing that you need donations.
Yeah, I mean, is it something you're gonna push at Give Big Cozad possibly?
Well, we have, and there has been a little bit of money that the city has that has been given towards a dog park. They have it on the Give Big Cozad every year. They've got it under the Cozad stuff. But there doesn't seem to be a lot, people say a lot of things. There's a lot of people that say, I sure would like to have one. They'll use it once it's done and built, but they don't do a lot towards helping you get it here.
If you had your way and we could build one here in Cozad, where would you want to put it?
Well,
I think your idea about.
I was gonna say,
Like,
as we were,
Softball would be right.
as we were
Yeah.
talking earlier,
right, we had a
Yeah.
conversation before it started.
yes,
for it.
there are.
That's why I'm asking.
There
that'd be
are areas of town that could be useful. And we have lots of ball fields that are not going to be of service anymore.
We have a
Excess,
large
yeah.
dog park and a small dog park.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's kind of like, why doesn't someone that is in the ball field, what do you call them? Group, whoever does that stuff, say, you know, Paw Prince, we would like to donate
You
this
know,
to
I
you.
don't know, are the ball fields, maybe this is an Nancy question, are the ball fields part of like the park department?
Yes. They were donated to the city.
So someone
I
donated
I
them.
believe that's correct. Well, that one out there was Bellamy and Monroe's,
Yeah,
the one out south. And
so,
I believe those were all signed over to the city.
so that's a thing of if you had to spend no money on it, it's like, why not donate it to something else?
Maybe a
It's already
petition
fenced.
for that.
Yeah,
It is fenced, yeah. There are bathrooms out there.
yeah, that's always nice to have when you're letting the dogs
But I
play.
believe that's correct, that it's under the auspices of the city of Cozad because they maintain them.
Yes,
So that
yes,
means they've gotta be.
yes.
Hmm.
Huh,
All beginning.
we may have to go to another meeting.
Yeah, something to
See,
think
this is
about
why
there.
conversation is good, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, very good.
So I, like Jose would know, have been dominating the questions.
Yeah,
Have I sparked any questions? Have these ladies sparked any questions for y'all?
Yeah, I have a few. Going back to that animal shelter that you want to bring in Cozad, and any of you can answer these questions, but have you coordinated with the other surrounding animal shelters to give you a good idea of what your plan should look like? And how often do you communicate with the developers? Because you mentioned that they're the side that aren't really in favor of bringing an animal shelter to Cozad.
So far, I've just done research online about the cage capacity for holding animals and stuff like that, and how much per square footage you can expect your cost to be and everything. I haven't reached out to the other shelters yet. I would like it to be a no-kill shelter, so that would be like they have in Kearney, but North Platte is a shelter where they euthanize. So I probably wouldn't look at their model very much.
Your goal would probably just be adoptions out of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
even some kind of sanctuary would be fantastic. And with the developers, I just had a brief meeting, because it was kind of like the mayor said to talk to the developer said to talk to the mayor, and then he said to,
so everybody kind of pushes the button. You know, it's like they don't really want to get into it, so push it over here and let them talk to you, you know?
Well, and I appreciated her input and everything, but she just pointed out that it's gonna be hard to get funding, and since it doesn't necessarily create jobs, it might not be able to.
It's not
Be
useful,
funded by
it's
the
not
city.
useful to the city, but it is useful to the city. They're not looking at it the right
But I'm
way
not like,
because it's useful in the way of all these animals running
It's
around.
maybe not an economic.
Exactly. So a lot of the people you would go to asking for donations towards building it would look at you and go, it makes no money.
and
It costs to run it. And that is not good business to them.
I thought of other ways how we could like
What's
subsidize
wrong with
it.
the county?
We're not in, we
What's
can't,
wrong with the county putting this up instead of the local people doing this?
well, if you had a county, did it with the county, you better put up a big one, because if county does it, you've got animals coming from everywhere.
But that would.
We're
be-
talking about,
They can limit out of county.
well, you can,
I'm from a bigger city. I don't know where you people are all from, but I'm from bigger cities than this.
no, we're from here.
Lived in Lincoln, I've lived here in Omaha, and I was born in North Platte. I've seen an animal shelter in Lincoln closed down. They put a brand new one out on 84th and Highway 2. Humongous one, lots of money. And, you know, there's a lot of people who own animals. Maybe these people not register animals and probably work them to help with this. You know, a lot of dogs run loose in my neighborhood on 6th Avenue C.
Mhm.
And you know what? Totally out of line with animals.
Oh, I know, I'm on 7th Street. I live down on 7th.
And there's a lot of, what I say, people that are limited incomes.
Yes,
A lot
yes.
of poverty in
Yes,
that neighborhood. There's so much abandoned property. There's 6, 7 houses in that town, in that area around me that are abandoned.
right.
And what do animals like? They like abandoned property.
Oh, of course they do. Shelter,
That's where they get their things going on, you know? Powwows and all this thing.
Exactly.
I had more cats in my neighborhood. I moved here 6 years ago, 2019. I had no cats at all. Never
Yeah.
owned a cat in my life.
Yep,
What I do, I get invaded by cats. Because I got a soft heart. I grew up on a farm and I abused cats when I was a child because we had feral cats in our barns.
yeah,
And I didn't know what they were. I did not understand them because I'd never been around cats.
yeah,
There's no cat. We had dogs, but we didn't have no cats. And we get mad at them cats for digging at us, you know, they were crazy when they not known yet.
yeah.
We threw them against the wall.
Oh,
Because we didn't know what the heck to do with them. We were only like 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
Our parents didn't like that, you know, but they weren't taking care of them. They were on their own. We didn't feed them. I think when we started out, we had milking process and they came up and drank milk. That's probably where they started out at.
yeah,
But other than that, you know, and we had livestock, we had grain. A lot of these cats need to be in the country. They do not belong in Cozad.
well, but they're born in Cozad.
They need to
And
go keep it.
that's why we are here. And that's why we are trying to let people know. That's why Alex started the group she did, the cattery, because there are too many.
I know that.
And we're trying to help, if you get enough fixed over years, kitties die and they're not replenishing all of those.
I was giving cats away left and right.
Well, and that's good, but that won't fix the
The
problem.
neighbors
She's
moved
here.
away and then the cats were building up, you know, because he wasn't taking these cats. Guy had a little name Elvis.
Yeah,
Lived over on 8th Street or 5th Street in a messed up house
yeah,
on C and 8th. And he'd come by all the time and he'd get kids in there with him, about 11, 12-year-old kid. And they would just love them cats. They just love to grab them and take them home. But they're not around no more.
yeah,
So what I do, I get my females from a mother that was thrown out of a cat next door. And they produced and produced. I was okay with the females and the babies in the house, but every once in a while, this male cat would kick in. Every time I opened the door, bam,
oh yeah,
I get overrun.
he knew what was in there.
And also, then the females were like weaning their cats, boom, the females go out and get knocked up again.
Yeah. Well, they're animals, they know no better. That's why
Yeah,
we
no
have to
sense.
be smart enough to help them.
They don't supply their food to, you know, I have to supply it.
Well, they try, but there's not even enough birds in our town to feed all
This
those
costs me a lot
cats.
of money. This
Well,
costs me a lot of money.
It does, it's
Shocking.
good you have a good heart feeding them, but that's where you need to let people know, I've got a problem down here. I
I did.
need you to come here, catch
did.
cats.
I did pop.
Well, then you
2
did
years
the,
ago.
you did the right thing.
And I went to this lady that works in the, restaurant, Green Apple.
Uh-huh,
She gave me Paw Brent's number. I
Yeah.
called him. I didn't get no results.
Donna didn't call you back?
I thought you just got a bunch done.
Yeah, but you know, this is years later. This thing, when I really wanted to get this taken care
This is
Well-
the gentleman where he took 21 cats.
Ah.
And
Donna
returned 16.
doesn't call back.
Yeah, well, the thing is though, we are trying. This has started, it's only 2 months, it's brand new.
of. I know.
We gotta start somewhere.
I prayed to God that something would happen, that this would take place,
And here we are.
because it was killing me.
So, yeah,
Well, it will,
so we've
it'll
got
get
a
there.
good start then.
and we're trying.
21 down.
That's,
Out of
that's
this
all we can
specific
do
area
is
he's talking
try.
about.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to try with you people. I'm willing to do anything it takes, so other people don't have to go through this.
Good, thank you.
Sounds like you
I'm
might
I'm
have
a
to do
veteran and I'm also disabled. I
Mhm.
shouldn't have to suffer like this, but I have to.
Yeah, just you feel like we feel.
You know, I've been around. I painted the grain elevator, I did the golf course, sprinkler system. I got burned on the utility building. I've sacrificed for this town.
Yeah,
I got my thumb crushed on the PV elevator. I've sacrificed to live in this town.
we all have.
I messed my back up moving down to this town from York. And you know what? I paid the price to be here.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but you're not the only one. We've all given to this town. But if we want it to get better, we've got to keep trying.
And what do you think I've been doing?
Well, then we
6
got to
years.
keep on.
6 years. I have to sacrifice my own food to feed my
You
animals.
look like you're healthy.
I've lost weight. I used to be 240 pounds.
Well, you probably needed to lose
But
it.
you know what? With my spinal cord injury, I have to do something to get better.
Yeah.
Go to the food bank and get some cat food.
I just said a little bit ago, we take food.
I don't even know what days. I've heard about it, but you know what? I went down there before. They weren't open.
Well, they're only open Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Well, I've been down there before and didn't see no vehicles, so I visited. I hear stories, I don't know.
It's down there.
It's there.
Yep.
And I have
Every
discussed with Gene and other people who face problems like this where he's probably has about 30 cats coming to feed in his area. If you just feed less or not at all, they will disperse. You can also just feed in another location like near the dumpsters in the alley, so they aren't
At your front
swarming your
door.
house.
Yeah.
I'm crippled. It's hard for me to have to do all this.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta look at a person that's got
You gotta go.
leg damage from a spinal cord injury.
Rosalie, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'll talk to you later.
Jose, did you have another question for these gals?
I just had one left. Something you mentioned early on, Deb, you mentioned that you have turned down services to certain individuals. How do you usually determine, that criteria that they don't deserve services from Paw Prints?
Well, you can tell when you go to the place. If the dogs have no food, no water, they're skinny, they want me to come in and take care of it, but they don't even take care of what they have. And that's where I will say, but the worst thing I feel about that is in the night, I want to go over and release their pets so they don't have to live with the garbage.
When people apply or request things, do you meet as a group to decide, to make a decision on?
Oh, well, normally we don't meet as a group, but we all are on our phones texting. We have a group text. If it's something serious enough, yes, we will meet and talk about it. But if it's something that's smaller, they just heard, do you want to drive by this place and see how you feel about it? Then we may text it to each other, but we don't have a meeting on it.
Do the police call you often?
No, not often, but when there is a problem that they didn't know where to go with those dogs. And a lot of the time, the vet clinic out here is full.
Well, that was my next question. Does the vet clinic
Yeah.
here or other places call you guys to say, hey, we picked up these feral dogs?
No, because they know we are mainly a spay and neuter.
So this is me just being ignorant because we don't have an animal shelter
Yes,
in
yes.
Dawson County. Can you adopt dogs from the different vet clinics?
Yes.
And they would like you to?
Oh, they love it.
And you have to pay
You'd
if I was
pay-
adopted, I would pay the spay.
By law, they are if you're gonna adopt a dog, cat, anything from your vet clinics, they are to be spayed or neutered before
Okay,
you
is
take it.
that the same
And
with an
vaccinated.
animal clinic too, or an animal shelter too?
Yes, yes. And they gotta have their, at least rabies shot, that type of stuff. But no, by law, they are to have them fixed before you can take them home.
Okay, didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. And that is one thing I'm glad they put in to use that sometime or another, is to have, that it was a law to have them fixed before they could be taken.
This question is for Alex. So you've done 2 catch and releases. Can you tell us, I know one was in our neighborhood, the library's neighborhood, but can you tell us where in Cozad you did and where the third, is there gonna be a third catch release
Yes.
and where that's gonna be?
There's gonna be 18 rounds
18.
of catch and release.
Okay, that's a lot. Yeah.
The next one will be at the Maple Street Trailer Park and near the,
Oh, that's on the east side of town?
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
just south of natural escapes.
Okay.
And, on West 11th Street, those
Do
were,
you do that by yourself or do you ask for people to help
She
you
doesn't
catch?
want help.
You don't?
I have a hard time asking for help. People say, I'll help you trap, but the thing is, I say, the trapping is easy. That's easy, fun, and rewarding
Okay.
part. The part that's not so easy, fun, and rewarding is taking care of the feral animal for 4 days before the appointment, driving the feral animals to the appointment, cleaning their cages, cleaning their bowls.
Nobody wants that part.
Cutting the cardboard to line their cages.
Okay,
with.
so walk me through this process, because people who are gonna watch it, they don't know this process yet.
From
So
the-
when you're like, the part that's not fun, all right,
From the
tell us
start,
about
from your
this.
start to the
Okay.
end.
Start from finish, what do you do?
So from the.
What does it look like? How many days does it take?
I'm a big prepper, so I prep all this stuff beforehand. I will cut all my cardboards beforehand, collect my dishes.
Why do you cut cardboard? Why do you need that?
I do that so I can line the bottom of the trap so they don't cut their feet.
Okay.
Because a lot of times they panic and they will slice their feet open trying to get out.
Okay.
So I'll put cardboard down. And then I put
Do you
all.
need cardboard? Because the library is a great source of cardboard.
Yep, save me your cardboard. You just throw it over the fence. No.
Or back in the alley behind Prairie Point Junction is a whole
Yeah.
cardboard
Okay.
container. The
Oh,
dark,
yeah.
the dark brown is all
I
cardboard.
cannot have enough because I will disguise traps with cardboard for the smarter cats. I line my cars with cardboard. Like I use it
Are
for
there
everything.
cats that you haven't been able to catch? 'cause
Yes.
they're too smart?
Yes, there's particularly a one-eyed mama cat who hangs out around Sunny's, and I've been after her since I joined Paw Prints, since the very first year. I've seen her reach through the trap and slap the food out and then eat it. And I just don't
She's
know what
the
to do with her.
best.
I have about 2 of her kittens that I ended up adopting, and
Okay, so I
She's
interrupted.
so
I'm so sorry. Cardboard.
okay, oh yeah, so I'll line the traps with cardboard, go out. Cats are most active between about 7 PM and midnight. And so that's when I'll really trap heavily in one area. And I'll catch the cat. I will drop them off for the evening in the horse trailer I have outside my house. And then when I'm all done at midnight, I will take those to their holding area at our barn outside the town. I weigh the animals in the traps. I have the weight of the trap beforehand, so this way I can determine the weight of the animal. I get their new holding cardboard in the cage and put their food dish and water dish in there and clip them in so they can't spill them. I use this biodegradable pine pellet litter. I'll just kind of pour through the back half of the cage so they have a litter box at this end and their food and water at this end. And for the 4 days, I have a little cat gate. I'll slide in the hole and then open it so I can fill their food and water. And I use my turd burglar tools and I'll
You're what? You're what?
turd burglar.
Turd burglar.
It's like a little extendo
Okay.
back scratcher.
Never heard that word.
I know, I just think it every time it makes me laugh, but, I'll just, poke the waste out through the bottom of the cage and pour more new fresh litter in and, keep them nice and cool in the wind tunnel, a bed sheet stretched over a sawhorse with a fan at one end, so it really makes a nice breeze. I wanna
Well, that's a worry.
Crawl
If
in there.
they're gonna
Well,
get
it's
too,
hot as
too
hot as it-
hot, yes.
Yeah, and then on the very last day, I change their cardboards again to their transport cardboards, throw in an ice pack for these hot months, load them into the trailer, away we go to Beatrice. We unload them that night at about 8 PM in Beatrice and get them all checked in. I do check them in beforehand through their portal online. I take their photos and have to register them and stuff, which later they use, because these animals are microchipped. So later, this photo and information and everything will all come up on the microchip. But anyway, so I take them to Beatrice, we unload them, double check them. Then on Monday morning, they have their surgery. They have surgery all day until about 5 PM. And we load them all up, come back home. By the time we're home, cats are awake and alert. I think the car ride wakes them up quite a bit, and, they all go home. And this last round, when I was letting them out, I always worry, you know, that they're gonna be traumatized, but no, they were off playing with the bug over here, and these two are bonking heads, and they were just, they
They're
didn't
more,
even notice.
they're more resilient than we give them
Right.
credit for.
It's almost like, I wonder if they think it's a bad dream or something, because it's, once you get them back, it's almost like they completely
didn't
forgot
happen.
it happened.
Huh.
So that is the process.
That-
When
that's a
is the
process.
third round gonna start?
The third round, they will have surgery, September 23rd, and so I will start trapping September 17th.
And so why the 4-day?
4 days, it just gives me plenty of time to catch 40 cats. Because usually from about midnight to 6 a.m., they must all go in their holes or something, because they just aren't out and about too much then.
So you're doing this in the dark of night?
I do.
She's running around like the backpackers.
Yeah, I'm a little.
And do you leave the traps out, or do you pick them up every night after you get
Um,
out?
I like to pick them up, usually when I do my very like when I'm heading to the barn, I'll leave a couple traps out and open and come back and I'll check them then. And if there's nothing in them, sometimes if I feel like it's a good spot, maybe there's a chance, I'll leave it till 6 in the morning and then I'll wake up and go get them.
Because I was gonna say, we've had a lot of traps disappear.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, the cities, they got taken all the time.
But
Yeah.
they would set them up and leave them all day long. too.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So if you're picking them up, you know,
Yeah, well, I try to set them out of the way where
Yeah.
only a cat would go, hopefully, and no humans will trip over it or be bothered by it.
And I'm trying to remember, did the city agree to pay for some of these neutering
Yes.
space? And how many cats or how many neuterings did they pay for?
The city is essentially matching me, and we're gonna do 480 cats. Right now I'm at 70 something, 36 plus 37, so closer to.
So when
80.
you say matching you, is that you personally or is that Dawson? Or is that Pop-Rits?
I'm fundraising for the Catter Project separately.
Separately?
So they would be matching my funds for that, which Pop Prints does contribute.
Is that gonna be, Deb, is that gonna be, the cat project, is that gonna be like a side item on Give Big Cozad that people could? donate
Well, I was hoping
specifically to that?
Alex did that.
I think, for Give Big Cozad, we were just, those funds will,
The
go
3,000.
to Pop Prints in Dawson County and,
And then split them or,
or whatever
yeah,
they
yeah,
choose to do at
whatever
that
we
time.
decide.
Pop Prints, I say the only thing they're on the hook for is the $100 a month.
I would like it to be where in time Alex did her under Give Big Cozad, just like Paw Prince does.
Mhm.
And she could be on there and raise money for the cat deal, just like Paw Prince does for the spaying and neutering.
Alex, if money were no object, just to fund the cat project, how much would you need per year, do you think?
Per year, it comes down to about, $1,500 a month.
$1,500 a month.
Yes. That's a little overshot. This last bill was 1,200 something and the
Okay.
bill before
I
that,
mean-
so about 150,000, give or take a little.
yeah. And Braden's gonna short out on me and I'm sure.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm trying to do
Well,
it.
No, 1,500 would be 15,000, not
Yeah.
150. 150 be, you would just about give her a shoulder.
But the thing is, you see what it costs.
Because 1,500
That's why-
times 10 is 15,000.
That's why we're always looking for
I was-
ways to raise money,
thinking,
I know
because
the
it's,
cost of food has gone up.
oh my God, the
Price has
food,
gone up,
the-
and, you know,
the
bags are
spaying.
smaller.
yeah, the
Price
spay
gone up, the bags are
neutering,
smaller, you
Yeah,
know?
so it'd be about 18,000
Quantity.
for
Yeah.
12 months.
yeah,
It's nothing like it
Yeah.
used to be.
no,
The project.
And if you buy
I-
some of this generic stuff, my cats won't even touch it.
yeah, and they're picky, they know what food's good food,
You know, they come and I got a book out of here one time about cats, because, you know, I'm not familiar with their life.
right,
I learned a lot in that book,
yeah,
just reading, they become, programmed, you know, get, scheduled or what they
Oh,
do.
exactly, exactly.
They
They
live with
are
that.
creatures of habit.
They're adjusted to their.
Animals in general are creatures
They're
of
smarter
habit.
than people think.
Yeah,
They're very
much
smart.
smarter.
I think they're smarter than dogs, by far.
So you take these cats back to the exact same place that you picked them up?
Yes, except for the ones that are young and friendly, they go to the adoption program where they go to the PetSmart.
Okay,
Good.
Do they have to have their stitches removed or?
Nope, they, bury the
Dissolve.
sutures and they are dissolvable.
I have kind of a soft spot in my heart for dogs. I give money occasionally to the ASPCA and I find out that CEOs making 900 grand a year
Oh,
and the pets might see 10%, so.
Well, a lot of those places call me and want money, you know, over the phone. And I tell them now, we have our own town that we are trying to take care of things in our own community. I can't send my money to you.
Well, that makes me think of, the state attorney general. We've done, programs here on identity theft. And he always talks about donations. And I remember one of the questions is, all right, so how do I know if a place is legitimate? He goes, give to places in your town and you know they're legitimate.
I don't know why people always feel this need to give far away from home when there's so many areas in your own community that need you. It's like the communities in your town don't matter, but these big places do. And the big places are big because they got people with big bucks.
I think sports is ruined a lot of things in this country.
Yeah.
Big emphasis on sports and not on the common living.
Right, right.
That takes us away from our thinking, you know?
Yeah,
Games and this stuff is hype, you know?
yeah.
Well, guys, we're already over our hour. This has been a great
Yay!
conversation. I know Deb was all nervous, but you didn't. Does anybody have questions for these two gals before I end this?
If you wanna give money to paw prints, how do you do it?
Well, there's different ways. I've got cards.
And you have a lot of, flyers over there.
Yes,
that
and
everybody can check out.
I brought some of these, and on the bottom of this, it tells all of we've got email, we've got website, we've got Venmo, we've got Facebook, and then we have regular mail. And it can be done in that way, or like I said, in, what month is that we have to roast beef?
November is giving.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, and then the Give Big Cozad is coming up. That's in November. We have our soup deal in September, is it? October. I think it's October.
Do you do anything for your heydays?
Well, you know, we used to when they still have the place downtown that the hardware store's in now.
Okay.
right, Chipper Hall.
When everybody could come to it after the parade and all that. We used to have food in it but you have to realize when you have heydays, you have the carnival people come to Cozad. You cannot have food vendors too close to the heydays because it takes money from heydays. So if you have something, you've got to have it in the city park or somewhere where people are all down there.
The carnival has taken,
Yeah,
they've limited somehow, I'm not sure how that happened through the years.
because we used to have it
Because
right downtown.
They've taken over and they said, we won't come if you let people have things on the street or whatever, is my
So,
understanding.
Yes, so we can't like we used to, but we do have events, and I'll give you one of these cards here that has addresses on it. And if anyone, my name's Deb Leahy, like I said, anyone can get a hold of me at any time. I'll answer questions, or Alex, the same. Rosalie that was here, she works at Green Apple. She'll answer any of your questions at any time. So, and if you do get a hold of Paw Prints, You don't get a call returned. We are busy. We all have our lives. We do this on the side. If you don't get a return call, call again. And someone will get a hold of you. But sometimes it's hard to get a hold of people. I realize that, but you don't just give up. You keep trying.
Well, thank you, ladies, very much. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down now. And if you want to take questions after I do that,